We have another fun word problem to decipher here. So the problem reads, Rent-A-Heap agency charges $125 per week plus 20 cents per mile to rent a small car. How many miles can you travel for $335? Well, we'll assume that's how many miles you can travel in 1 week for $335. So I've summarized the problem, and that's something here that this doesn't really state, but it makes the problem much easier if I just retype the key pieces here. We rent a car for $125 a week plus 20 cents per mile. That's the root of everything going on here. How far can I go for $335 in 1 week rental? Okay, so what we need to do is how far can I go? Does the question right there let us know what the x is going to be? Does that read the problem and state the unknown? The unknown is how far I can go. So that represents that. Represent any other unknowns as a quantity of x. Nothing else unknown here. I don't have that second component this time, but I do need to write an equation. And this is going to be a little bit tricky. I rent a car for $125 plus 20 cents per mile. Well, let's assume that we went 1 mile. I'm out the 125 plus I'm out 1 mile times 0.20 for my cents, and it would cost me $125.20 to go 1 mile in a week. Not very effective. If I was to go 2 miles, I'd have 125 plus 2 times 0.20, making it 125 and 40 cents. We could do it again for 3. Let's do it for x. What if I didn't know how many miles I went? Can I let that be x? It's still x times 20 cents, isn't it? If I went 1 mile, it's that much. 2 miles, it's that much. If I went x miles, it would be that much. So in this case, I can't combine the terms, but I do get my expression that I'm looking for. So what I have dialed in off of this setup is that 125 plus 0.20x, I'll use that commutative property to rewrite that order. I'd want that expression to evaluate to $335. So I could establish how many miles I could drive. Well, here we are. I now have an equation. I can solve it. Minus the 125. I'll end up with 0.20x equals, well, that goes away, 210. So I have, in effect, if you think about it, I spent $335, $125 went away to the weekly charge. I'm left with essentially $210 to pay for mileage, of which it cost me 20 cents for every mile. So there we have it. I can divide by 0.20, and I'm going to get a value where x takes on a value of 1,050. And the 1,050 represents miles. So if I take my 1,050, multiply it times my 20 cents, I'm going to get hopefully $210 that I was charged for mileage. If I add my $125 weekly charge, I'll add up to my total of $335 that I would have had to spend on the rental car.